A San Diego native prohibited from flying home because his name appeared on a no-fly list. Tonight, he walked across the U.S.-Mexico border 2 days after the ordeal started. He spoke with reporters, and KUSI's Byron Harlan was there. Byron?
Good evening to you. Kevin Araniha could not believe it when airline personnel told him and his father they could not board their flight home from Costa Rica. He was there to study. His family was there to see him graduate. He wound up catching a flight on a Mexican airliner that took him to Tijuana, where he walked across the border tonight. There's no way it's ever been sweeter to be home than right now for Kevin Araniha.
I'm happy to be home, finally in my own hometown, where I was born and raised, and, this is very disappointing for anybody to happen to anybody.
What happened? He was in Costa Rica to get his master's degree.
From United States, Kevin Araniha.
When it came time to fly home, airline personnel told him he and his father were on a no-fly list.
They didn't give him any information. They said go to the U.S. Embassy, and basically held him from flying back to his own country.
Born and raised right here in San Diego. He went to San Diego State University and got his BA in political science.
We have so many freedoms here that you don't get everywhere else, and to be treated in this way is something that I believe is something that people in other countries are really fighting for, not over here.
Kevin will be fighting after he gets home and gets some rest. He and his counsel have already filed papers in federal court to get answers and to restore his rights.
Once you get onto this no-fly list, it is almost impossible for anyone to get you out of that.
I was born and raised in this country, and this is where my family's from. We go to the beach every single weekend.
No doubt he'll be glad to get back there, reflect on what's happened, and find out why someone in the government considered him a threat. U.S. personnel eventually cleared Kevin's father, who returned home earlier. Kevin's relatives say he has no criminal history or anything else that would make them think his name would appear ever on a no-fly list. Byron Harlan, KUSI News.
What an ordeal, Byron. Now, had he never flown back to San Diego while he was studying at the University of Costa Rica?
He'd been back and forth a few different times, which is why it's so puzzling. They just can't figure out why this happened, but eventually we may get some answers because this thing's going to court.
Yeah, getting to the bottom of it. All right, thanks, Byron.